Good day, y'all. Welcome to Cigarreel in Season 3. This is a Cigarreel laid-back version where we're going to talk about some cigar questions, the basic questions on smoking a cigar, and that's going to be on today's episode of Cigarreel in Season 3. I'm smoking a miscellaneous cigar. We'll talk more about this cigar in the upcoming videos. But for now, these are frequently asked questions about cigars. That is correct. Frequently asked questions about cigars. And this cigar is a secret. I'm going to debut this cigar in an upcoming Cigarreel video. But when we come back on Cigarreel Season 3, we're going to do the first few questions on cigars. When we come back, this is Cigarreel in Season 3. Right back after this. This is Cigarreel. Good day, y'all. Welcome back to Cigarreel. I am Mike, and as I promised, we're going to get into some questions about cigars. And I've been thinking, there's a lot of people out there that have those questions about cigars. How do I select a cigar? How do I hold a cigar? How I cut my cigar? What is toasting my cigar? What is a proper way to cut my cigar? Is the wrapper color indicate the cigar's strength? That's another good question. What's the best way to light a cigar? Is there a proper way to smoke a cigar? What's the best way to exhausting a cigar? What is the best way to store a cigar? Why do cigars come in different sizes? How do I blow smoke rings? That's a weird one, but yes, we're going to have to talk about that as well. What are the parts of a cigar? What are the three differences between the blend and the different sizes in the same line? What is the ring gauge and how is it measured? These are all questions we're going to cover in episodes of Cigarreel, but when we come back, we're going to tackle the first cigar FAQs when we come back. The first one, when we come back. This is Cigarreel, Season 3. Welcome back to Cigar. I am Mike. The first FAQ, frequently asked questions, is how do I select a cigar? Choose a cigar that you are comfortable with, whether it's a mild, medium, or full body. So if you never smoked a cigar before, I would start off with a mild. I compare to it like building a house. You have the foundation, the walls, and the roof. So the mild is going to be the foundation, the medium is going to be the walls, and the Maduro is going to be the roof. A large denominator cigar provides a cooler, smoother smoke and allows for better blending of the tobacco. The length of the cigar helps you determine the time it takes to smoke. Choose a cigar that has been stored properly and is ready to smoke. So if you buy a cigar at any cigar shop, it's going to be prepared the right way with the storage. So there's no issue there. I like my cigars about 72%. And most cigar shop humidors will have it at that precise temperature. When we come back, we're going to jump into question 2. When we come back, this is Cigarreel in Season 3. Welcome back to Cigar. I am Mike. Question 2 of Cigars frequently asked questions. Should I be careful when handling or holding a cigar? A cigar is a dead leaf. It is delicate and perishable. Different types of cigars are sturdier than others. Though a cigar is delicate, you should not be afraid to touch and smoke it. Many people put great effort into creating the cigar just so you can enjoy it. Enjoying a cigar is very important. Like, for an example, if you do like a Lancero, that's going to be delicate. If you drop it, it could break. If you do a fatter, like a 54 by 6 or a 54 by 5, it's a little bit fatter like this. If you drop it, it may just crack. So yes, you want to be delicate in handling a cigar, but also you want to be able to touch the cigar, feel the cigar, and to see what that cigar is all about. And when we come back, we're going to jump into question 3 of the frequently asked questions when we come back. This is Cigarreel in Season 3. This is Cigarreel. Welcome back to Cigarreel in Season 3. I am Mike. The next frequently asked question is, how do I cut a cigar? There's 3 types to cut a cigar: straight edge, bullet, and V-cut. Those are the 3 most popular types of cutting your cigar. So one end of the cigar has a closed or capped. This is called the head. That's where you smoke out of. This is the head. And the and is the end you smoke. So this is going to be the end that you smoke, the open portion of the cigar. To do so, you must remove part of the cap by cutting the cigar. Either you do a straight edge, bullet, or V-cut. When cutting the cigar, remove a little of the cap as possible so the cigar will not come apart or fray. So if you're not familiar with cutting with a straight edge, buy a straight edge cutter that has a backing. It's about 1 inch and 1/4 of a cut. If you like the bullet, you can't go wrong with the bullet because it just puts a hole like that in the cigar. And the V-cut, you're good because it will V-cut it the way that you want it. And when we come back, we're going to jump into the next frequently asked question when we come back. This is Cigarreel in Season 3. Welcome back to Cigarreel in Season 3. I'm Mike. We're getting into more of the cigars frequently asked questions. The next question is, what is toasting? What is toasting? No, it's not toasting bread. It is an optional procedure which helps you give an even light. To toast, you slowly rotate end or foot of the cigar over the heat of a flame in the effort to preheat the cigar. So you take the cigar, the lighter, and you just toast the end, you get it lit, then you puff, and you light it again. That's toasting a cigar. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the proper way to cut a cigar when we come back. This is Cigarreel in Season 3. This is Cigarreel. Welcome back to Cigar. I am Mike. This is the last question in part 1 of frequently asked questions about cigars. We'll have a part 2 on more frequently asked questions on cigars. But the last question of this episode for part 1 is there a proper way to cut a cigar? And I will say, yes, there is a proper way to cut a cigar. So cigars can be cut in various ways. People use everything from expensive cigar cutters to their teeth. 2 of the best methods for cutting are the guillotine style cutters and the bullet style punch that I mentioned earlier. Both provide clean, even, and ample indications to allow smoking to draw through the cigar easily. When cutting the cigar, the trick is to cut off enough of the cap without taking the whole thing off. And yes, I've seen people overcut the cap, and it's just not a good thing. When cutting the cigar, the trick is to cut off enough of the cap without taking the whole thing off, thus keeping the cigar from unraveling. That's the key to keep it from unraveling. When using a bullet style cutter, you usually won't have this problem because it's a hole like I have here. And using a V-cut is another way to cut a stick, which is no problems there either because you can't cause the cigar to unravel, which gives you a V-shaped wedge that removes a groove in the cap of a cigar. Next, to the usage of teeth. A lot of people use teeth. You just pretty much. This is the oldest known way to cut a cigar. Smokers use their teeth or they can use their pocket knife to cut the edge of the cigar with a V-groove cutter. So those are a few cigar frequently asked questions. And this is Cigar. I am Mike. Watch out for part 2 when we have more frequently asked questions on cigars. This is Cigar. I am Mike, season 3. And I'll catch you all in the next episode of Cigarreel. This is Cigarreel.